Nobody plays the hits like this, brother.
You already know.
Yeah. Into the Midday Lounge with the Midday Love.
Oh, yeah.
Jackie Tramiel and the Midday Crew, Crystal and K. Rose.
Yep, that's my crew. Hey.
No, yeah. Welcome back to the Midday Lounge. It's Global RnB 96.3, the real deal in digital radio. Oh, my goodness. It feels good to be back on the airways after taking like a 90-day hiatus or something like that. Yo, we can have Lady Nadine in the building. Go ahead and talk to him, baby.
World. I'm back.
No, you gotta give me some more energy, D. It's been 90 days.
Hey, I'm back.
Give me a
Look,
little bit more.
I got all the energy. I'm a little worn out because I just had my niece was born the other day, and my other niece's birthday was yesterday. So, hey, world.
Okay. Hold on, we get some air horns for your niece. There we go. Hand clap for praise. Hand clap for praise. Listen, since we got a great show in store for y'all today, we decided to bring on, I guess, so y'all may have heard her voice on The Break Room. Y'all can catch that with Juicee K every Monday and Tuesday at 12 p.m.
Yes,
yeah, she got my time. So at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got Dr. E in the building. Go ahead, clap it up one time.
All right.
Hey, Dr. E, how you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you doing?
Hey, you know what? It's been a long hiatus, but we glad to be back on the microphone. I said I had to reach out. I said, you know, I got to get a new voice on here just for today, or maybe tomorrow too. You know, I was like, and many people don't know because I don't say it all the time. Because I was like, yo, I be listening to Dr. E. I be listening to Juicee K. I was like, damn, I like the way Dr. E talk, man. Hey, man, hey.
Thank you.
I like her perspective on life. I love her perspective on life. So whether we agree or disagree, I love the perspective on life. So I was like, I gotta get Dr. E on the show one time for the one time.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here because I feel like my sisters / co-hosts, they don't appreciate me. So it's nice to be on a show where you can be appreciated. Thank you, a lady named D, and thank you, Jackie Tramiel.
Hey, most definitely. You know, for the people who may not know you, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Yes. So I am on The Break Room with Juicee K and Rocks, which comes on again Tuesdays at noon. We're all sisters, and I don't want to say the best, but I mean, we're all here talking the truth. I mean, that's what it is.
Humble brag.
Hey, toot your horn.
Yeah. I'm the middle of the three, and I feel like I'm just their balance, right? And I think I'm just a balance through life. So I'm just a full vibe, but happy to be here.
Hey, I like that. So, you know, we got a good topic in store for everybody today. So I'm going to break it down. So the only thing I want to say, for the most part, a quick synopsis for everybody. We got a daughter, you know, her dad has recently passed away, sadly. Rest in peace to him. What the father did was he left an inheritance of money and life insurance to his daughter. The daughter just found out that the mother signed for the life insurance and she took the inheritance and she spent it on, or she did what she wanted to do with it. And you know what? We're gonna get the daughter's reaction real quick. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Why would you do that? What you mean? Why would I do that? Did your daddy pass away?
But that was not. I don't even have my birth certificate. So you took my birth certificate.
Did he ever pay child support? And what you mean birth certificate? Didn't I have?
What does that got to do with me? He left me money, not you.
Okay, but
not you.
He never took care of you, so that was his payback for me. That was my payback. That he's never gave me child support to take care of you or your brothers.
That has nothing to do with me.
What you mean it doesn't?
I don't know why you think you can just take my money. It's not your money. It's not yours at all.
It is my money. I had you.
It's in my name.
Okay,
that's stealing.
I gave you your name.
That's stealing. You took my birth certificate and claimed insurance money. My inheritance. That's stealing.
I had you with your father that passed away that didn't give me a single dime. Not one dime to help take care of you guys.
So you're admitting to stealing, so you think that's okay to steal?
I'm not stealing.
Whew, well, what we got a predicament here, ladies and gentlemen. That girl, that mom said, I give you your name. I was like, what that got to do with anything? But listen, we're going to start this off real quick. I'm going to start off with a simple question because I want to keep the basics. So I want to hit the baseline first. Who is child support for? Is it for the child or is it for the parents? I want to dig deep if we can on this. Let me toss it to you, Dr. E, go ahead and talk to me. Talk to me.
Okay, so I'd like to say that I'm not a mother, but I am a TT, so I kind of feel like I know, but I am not a mother, so I want to go ahead and put that out there.
I'm with it.
I think that child support is for the parent to support the child. I mean, you wouldn't give kids money and just let them run wild. So it is to support the child. So the parent should have control of the money. And I think that's just the way it goes. You don't give kids money.
I'm with that. I can understand that part. I like that. I like where we're going with it. I saw D look up. What you got, girl?
No, all right, because when we have conversations about child support, there are two forms of child support. You have child support, and then you have back child support. So what child support is supposed to cover is, your child's likelihood and well-being. Make sure you have food to feed your child. A lot of people have the misconception that if you buy your child clothes, that is supposed to be it. Child support is supposed to cover that. Actually, no. It's actually for your living expenses. All that other stuff is supposed to be on top of child support. Now, back child support is like your refund at the end of the year. That was the money that you've already spent on your child, and that is reimbursing you for that money. So there are two forms of child support that to look at. And in that situation, it's two trifling parents, but we'll get into that on a back end.
Hey.
Both of the parents were trifling. I just want you to know that, but we'll get on that on the back end.
I'm glad you said that point, because I don't give a good goddamn about who's trifling right now. I tell you right now, if I die and I leave anything to my child, and the mother takes, I didn't want to call her a mother sucker. I'm like, that mother takes the money. I'm coming back. I'm coming from. Can I
intervene? Can I add something to that though? You can't speak on this situation from your situation because you support your children.
Right.
I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about for his situation. I said if I was
no,
dead,
but what I'm saying is he clearly did not support his children while he was living. So you can.
So she say. Because how many mothers say that? Come on now.
A lot more mothers are truthful when they say that than the mothers that aren't. Those mothers are just the loudest. If I'm keeping a $150 with you.
Yeah.
That's just like, I don't think all men aren't ish. I think like 10% of them aren't ish, but those are the ones that you see and you hear the loudest about, to be honest.
Okay.
But
I have opinions, but I don't want to go over on time. So we going to keep this thing moving. We going to keep it moving. Go ahead, G.
So
talk your stuff.
Does the parent or guardian have any rights to the inheritance left to the child upon the death of the other parent?
I don't think so. No, I don't. I don't think the parent. This is how I see it, and I could be wrong, and I'm cool with being wrong. And ladies, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong.
And we will.
And inheritance.
And we will. Yeah.
I'm with it. For inheritance, I understand. Even if he didn't pay child support, I understand what the mother feel like she may or may not be entitled to. But at the same time, for the child, me personally, if I'd rather just if it was me, I'll backtrack. If the mother had passed away and she left the child an inheritance and or whatever, it's going straight to the account. And whether she's mature enough at that time, we could put it in a trust. We could put it inside a CD until a certain time period where the child is at the maturity to spend the money. But I don't want it. I don't care how bad off I am in life. One, I just feel like I'm taking money from a dead person. I mean, I guess I got a conscience. I don't know, but I was like, it's not for me. I don't need it. I think I would be okay. I know certain circumstances where people may need it more than others. I don't know, but for me, I'm like, I'll put it inside a trust for the child years down the line, and we can move on from that. I don't feel the need to spend it, and nor do I actually want it. That's just my opinion. But I could be wrong. Y'all talk to me.
Yeah, Jackie Chamel, you speaking real 1% big money. Put it in a trust, just let the money sit. I mean, see, my thought is this. If the child is being raised now, the money can be useful now. So why not allow them to have some of the money, the child? So I think, could it not be both, where you put a little something away for college or for when they're older, and then some money to help take care of them in the here and the now? I just think that might be a good way to go. Yeah.
I can vibe with that. I guess my thinking is, you know what? I think my thinking is right there, because I know we got to go to break. We're going over time. Is I think I'm going to call for myself, because like you said, 1%. I don't need it. And I always knew that I can provide for the child, even though I would never need child support. I just provide for the child and we can call it. But I understand that some people may not be in that situation. So you make a good point, Dr. E. You know what? we going to slide this thing to break. We be right back. Man, don't turn this down. We going to get juicy with it. Hey, shout out to Juicee K.
Yeah.
Global RnB 96.3. Be back in a second. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the Midday Lounge, Global RnB 96.3, the only place that you need to get your R&B from. Man, listen, the Midday Love is in full effect, the Midday Lounge. So listen, if y'all got your drink in your two-step, go ahead and get your drink at the bar on your lunch break. So I'm going to send you back to work just a little tipsy with a good time. All right, we still got Dr. E and we got Lady Named D in the building. Y'all still there?
Yes.
All right. So before that break, we was discussing an inheritance being given to a child after a parent has died. And what so happened in this instance, the mother has taken the inheritance and she did what she saw fit with it. However, if I disagree or not, it doesn't matter. But, hey, so to move on, does the child have any right to be upset about the parent taking said inheritance? Can they take any legal action
why these
with
two
that?
parents were trifling. So the child has every right to be upset, and the child absolutely should take legal action. If her mother took her birth certificate and claimed that money in her name, and that child is over the age of 18, her mother committed identity fraud, and she definitely can pursue that if she wants to. Now, why I say both parents were trifling, because if we're going off what the mother said, that man never left a dime and left her this money, the man definitely should have been supporting his child while he was alive, whatever. But if that man was smart enough to leave his child an inheritance, but not smart enough to leave it in a trust, because I feel like part of the reason he wasn't supporting his child was he didn't feel like the mother would do what she was supposed to with the money. He should have set up a trust and left it in somebody else's hands, and they could distribute the money to the child as necessary. So he was irresponsible in that aspect, and the mother was definitely like, I can never get with somebody stealing from their child. Like, even if my children's father left them X amount of money, that's their money to do what they see fit. I'm gonna make sure they're responsible with it. Like, if you're in school, pay for school, you have a car, you could pay that off, pay your insurance, learn how to pay your bills and stuff like that, invest it. But taking that money, like, that is foul.
Man, first of all, let's drop one of K Rose's bomb for Lady Named D. You backhand clap. I give you that. Okay, D, you spitting some facts. All right. Go ahead. You got what you got, Dr.
I'm gonna co-sign. I think that the parents were trifling. There's a better way to go about this, right? Because we don't know what the mom did with the mother's money. She took the money, but we don't know that she didn't pour it back into the child. But I think the mom should have had a conversation with the child, like, "Hey, I'm gonna take this money. This is what I'm gonna do," versus waking up out of their sleep like, "It's mine. Your daddy didn't da." Like, what that? Your child has nothing to do with what the dad did. Also, I think if the dad was smart, he would have set aside a little money for the mother, so that way she wouldn't have felt like she was being overlooked or unappreciated. And I bet if the mom had a little bit of money, just throw a little change, she might not have felt so entitled to take all of the money and make it about her.
I'm gonna say something that y'all not gonna like. Damn that mama.
No, because on really, because a lot of kids that are raised by single mothers, they like really love their mothers. So for real, depending on how much money that was, that child might have given that to her mother anyways. The fact that her mother just took it upon herself to take it, that's what's trifling to me.
Whew. You know what? I ain't really got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to piggyback. Y'all gave some great points, some valid points. Of course, I believe the child should be upset. I will say that on everything, because I know I would be upset. But
you said you were coming back from the grave.
I ain't got nothing to counter.
Yeah.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back from the grave to hunt the mama. But you know what? Because I keep coming from a male perspective, and I know because the stuff that I've been through in my life and the challenges I've had with my children's mother. Do I still talk bad about her? I don't talk bad about her, do I?
You don't really talk bad about her.
I should. Cause I want her to hear it.
Well, no, you shouldn't, because you're a mature adult, and some things are bigger than your personal feelings. Your children's feelings are bigger than your personal feelings.
I'll be trying to manifest my Corey Hardrick out here. You know what I'm saying? Not talking much.
Nah, you don't want to do that. That was a horrible movie.
It was horrific. It was absolutely horrific. Are we going to talk about that? Because that was.
You know what? We'll slide into it. But I wasn't talking about Dallas. I'm talking about Corey. See, y'all talk about Dallas. I'm talking about Corey.
Okay.
All right, D. Keep it moving, D.
All right, so how do you feel as if a child can protect themselves from these actions?
You know, I don't really know if a child could protect themselves from it legally, from it happening. The best way possible, just like we talked about earlier, is the parent or the parent that was any parents. Because I know even right now I'm still alive, but I got life insurance on my kids, and I have a will in place. So a living will, whatever. That's the things that a parent should do. My father told me a long time ago. He's like, because he got it from Black Panther, I think, or maybe he said it before Black Panther. But the biggest quote was, a parent that does not prepare their child for their demise or when they pass away has not prepared their child at all. So even right now, I love my parents, but I'm literally been preparing to know that when the day is going to be a day when they're not here anymore, and then there's things that I got to do, and there's things that they have put in place to try to take care of us and their grandchildren. That's what I'm doing right now. I got my 2 children. I know at any point, me being affiliated with the military, I can pass away at any time. So to break generational curses, I have life insurances and trusts in place. So it's on the parent to make those steps. I can't really say it's the kid. I don't really think the child really could do anything to protect themselves. But if it's something I'm missing, if a child can block their social security number or something, y'all let me know. I don't know. I'm not really too spun up on the legalities of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh,
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like you stay ready.
I really don't feel like.
I was
go
just
ahead.
gonna say, you stay ready. You don't have to get ready, and I feel like you just need that paperwork in place. But I think sometimes we're just afraid to think ahead and like make those plans, because then we got to think about death and where the money's gonna go.
Hey man, I'm telling you right now, and this might be
already know
morbid.
where my money gonna go.
I know where I'm getting buried at. Thank you for the military. Arlington Cemetery is already on deck. I got the life insurance sped up for each one of my kids. I got it. Everything split up how it needs to go, 50-50, whatever. I just want them to be taken care of if something has to happen to me. So, I think all parents should start thinking like that, especially when you get to your 30s. Maybe your 20s you don't know too much, but 30s.
Well, I feel like it. But see, I feel like if you're all right, and that goes to like your family structure, because I had my first child in my early 20s, and like, I'm a government employee or whatever, but my parents have their life set up in a way that by the time I had my child and I was doing all that paperwork and stuff, I knew at the age of 20, like, okay, I need to set this aside for my child, and I need to have this, like, literally, if I pass away, like, I'm set. Hey. My kids are set. Even if I do it right now and I'm like lower.
Yeah. It's all right.
I'll claim lower 30s. I'm still
it's
lower
cool,
30s.
Baby. You good?
And like, if something happened to me today, my kids will be okay. Like, they won't have to worry about how paying for me to get buried. Like, none of that. Yeah. They're all set. So, and I think that's something we need to pour. It's not your child's responsibility to protect themselves from their parents. It's their parents' responsibility to make sure their children are protected. And
you reminded me of that movie John Q. I don't know if y'all remember the Denzel Washington. Like, my son not supposed to bury you or whatever. I'm not supposed to bury my son. Yeah. My son would bury me. Listen, we'll be back in a second. If y'all have any thoughts on this, hit the hotline 804-476-2306. We'll be back in a second. Global RnB.